Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Rilma update and, of course, a very supercharged playthrough. Let's continue where we left off. And a quick recap is in order. We had a 1-year engineering time for our main model, first facelift there, and then number 2, poorly timed as it turned out, to give us quite a good scare. I have then decided to basically overlap it between the years, and that worked out a little better. But looking at our current income graph, we're still not quite through. We did have to take out an emergency loan and repaid it, as you can see from the red spike right there. But overall, this start to the new production run looks very promising. We have now 2 maxed out tiny factories that are trying to produce this thing. But now is not the time to get aimless, because we want to know where we're headed, apart from more boost. And that would be engine production. We do need our own engine factory. Let's just double check what it would cost. As you can see, minimum cost there is like 80 million. And that was 80 million with crappy sliders. Once we have it in there, it is more like 95. We don't have those resources, but looking at how this thing sells, I think we're going to get a lot closer in this iteration, but I think this is a little too far-fetched at the moment. Engineering-wise, we still have the Wangenstein. That is our prototype that is never going to go into production. And that means we soon enough, in 1951, can assign a new engineering project to the team. And I think we are going to work on an updated Hochstock, because we do need to take a look here at the regulations. When are they coming up? And how much are they going to kick our asses? 1957. That is early. Indeed, that is very early. We have currently not a single trim in our lineup that does conform to even WES 1. The good news is that we have until 1963 until a major market is affected. Sorry there, Farina, I didn't mean to, but yeah, but then they rapidly come on. There are 2 other aspects we might want to consider. We still have an unused slot here, and we can go a little wider in tech without hurting ourselves too badly. So, what could be considered is either fuel system tech or exhaust tech. The exhaust tech for catalytic converters, but look how far off they are. That is just the exhaust reactor, and we get the emission standards in 1957. This is going to be terrible. Anyway, muffler straight through. Oh no. Yeah, it's up there. Was that actually 1957? That is not good. It is 1957. Ouch. You know what helps a lot though? Aluminium heads and 4-valve tech. That does help quite a bit. Like 30, 40, maybe 50%. Alright, let's get to the engineering finish of the Wangenstein, which gives us plenty of familiarity to advance. And here we go. The stock months are going down, the sales are going up. And there we have the Wangenstein. It is all done. This is looking super good, by the way. We are running at full production in this one. Oh, by the way, I noticed and put it on the wish list to have added the factory size on top, because otherwise you can't really tell what it is. Like, yeah, we are running 2.5 shifts. Oh, that's great, but how many cars are you making? 3! Oh, damn. So I put or Isaac rather, put the factory size on top of this so that you can have something that tells you how large this thing actually is without naming it appropriately. But yes, we are producing max out of these, so we are right at the limit, and I think it would be in order then to increase prices a little. We're seeing where the production goes. That is good. Wait a sec. Ah, they are still selling. Yes, okay. We don't need those right now. Only need to change pricing on these. Leave this one to be really competitive in terms of pricing so that we suck in more customers into our company bubble. Maybe just up this by 5%. And there we go. All right, accept. Our arch nemesis is approaching. Where are my taxes? Yes. Well, good sir, we just went to the bank and gave them your money. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think we are just going to get rid of the chunk of loans that we have sitting around. We have plenty of money in the bank. Could pay it off all of it, actually, if we wanted to. But I do want to have something lying around for next year as well. Let's consolidate some loans here and just toggle this one off. That's 7.6 million remaining. And a very modest payment per month. This, we do that. Yes, that's looking good. Accept the new loan. Other things that are not going quite as they should at the moment is this. Marketing is way too small a piece of the pie, as well as research. We can invest some more into it, and we should now that we have everything available. Let's do it. We are still producing Macs, because they are almost, for the luxury one, they are almost there. But yes, research and development, what can we do? Thinking longer term, and thinking that... Oh no, let's check out the regulations again. 1972, what standard do we need to be at? Holy shit. We're supposed to be WES 6 without a catalytic converter. Are you kidding me? Level 3 is costing us 500k a month. We can afford that. And it would give us more research slots, of course. And we also need it once we want to make our own engines, because our logistics points wouldn't be enough, and we can't produce out of the tiny factories forever. We need some serious engine tech to get by this. Let's just see what our newfound familiarity with some of the main technologies has accomplished in terms of quickness in engineering, because we need not only... It's so tricky though. The further along you go towards the emissions, the more aware your engineers are what reduces emissions. And if you design a new engine family in 1965, it is way more adapted to lowering emissions in terms of port design and all those hot spots and whatnot, compared to an engineer you design in 1951. Or 1952 for that matter. Let's see where we're at right now. We go completely manual. I don't want to call it anything just yet. Maybe we need to also downsize. We go entirely for the Freudian market just to survive. And now we do have plenty of familiarity, of course. How good is it? It's pretty good, 36%. Problem here, maybe we should go with an inline 3 because we have engineered inline 6s, which gives us familiarity with inline 3s. 51%, that is a lot, but we can't make the inline 3 large enough. So maybe it is a smaller sized inline 6 instead. Okay, let's see if this works. So we do have fantastic familiarity here. It's really damn good, like 60% on the engine block. We have 45% cut on the head, and the head design itself 36. So this is just 32 months of engineering. So if we are going with the +5 here, we are still in a reasonable area for it. I love it. Seeing how green everything is. This is good. Even for the fuel system, we now have a decent chunk of familiarity. Still decent amount of power in this one. It's not tuned. Do we make any kind of boost here? Let's check it out. Oops! Whoopsie! Our prototype certainly has paid off. I mean, it's crazy good. We can make this one in just 19 months. And it's at +5 quality for the, for the 2-barrel carb. So this has worked out really well. I do have some options here, it looks like. But after setting all of this, let's have a look at the reliability map. Mixed material. Still kind of crap. But, I mean, the valve train is also a pretty big hit. And the fuel system naturally is as well. So maybe this isn't all too terrible now that we... one thing that I really need to show you. What happens if you do not put 5 quality in there? Let's have a look at the material mix, shall we? Boop, 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 boop. Yes, that's the problem. If you can't put in quality and figure shit out, don't do it. Because in 1950, if you do that, it is going to result in blown head gaskets. And I'm wondering if it might even be worth it to go one extra step because of this. You see how massive a change that makes. Well, to the engineering time as well, but that is going to stay with us for a long time. Alright, let's say that's what we want to do. How bad is the engineering now? At default sliders, it's not bad at all. 4 years. I'm really pondering this. What if we take 18 months and work on a new prototype with maximum learning? Just block our engineering slot out. No, we can't do anything during this time, but I don't think we need to because the Hochstock works. It's fine. It's a good engine. We don't need to facelift it anymore until it gets replaced. And that means that if we build even more familiarity, we can make this 4 million project here. And now, to get even more familiarity in those important key techs, and then once we need to make it, when time also has advanced and the engineers are even more attuned to emission shenanigans, then we can make the proper version and hopefully pass WES 6 in 1972 without having any catalytic converters. But if I'm doing that, I think I want to maximize some other things here, because you do get more familiarity if you engineer it a little harder. So maybe we want to go for the forged component here, as that will give us familiarity with all the other forged ones that don't exist yet. And in the long run, because we are always running superchargers, we will always run into the problems with the pistons just experiencing too much power density. So here we go. I mean, forged it is. That's good. The casts, yeah, cast heavy we don't quite need yet. This is good. Forged. +3. That's 20 months. I think that's fine. Let's go with 20 months everywhere, basically. There's not much to engineer on this one, so it's quick. Let's just up it a little. +5. Is there anything in here that gets familiarity, though? I don't think so, so let's keep it low. There, we have another 20 month. And for the fuel system, we already are quite about there. This is also looking great. 23, let's make it a little higher, because we want to absolutely smash this thing. But where's the engineering time at? Now it is at the correct 20. Now, I think we can get this one engineered in... yeah. Put up the funding again. Or do we want to? This is expensive. I think 19 months is fine as well. Maybe even 20. There we go. 20. Cheeky. But that is exactly the reason for why I wanted to put in these engineering teams in the first place, because it is super exploitable if you would just be able to do this in parallel all the time. Yeah, And maybe you should consider working a little bit more active with your technology, because this is just as powerful as the R&D tree. Sure, you don't get the unlocks, but you do get a lot of quality out of it if you want to. Still have to pay for it, but the engineering time is nice and short. So, that's the difference between actual tech pool and having lots of familiarity. This is all looking fine. We're not going to produce this shit. So, yeah. Oh, wrong name. And henceforth, all our prototypes shall be known as the Wangenstein family of prototypes. This is prototype number 2, and it is going to catapult us into the new age of emission standards. Fuck them. Indeed, there are no factories selected, and we do have a nice inline 6 sitting there, 4 million. I'm going to sign that one off, but without a loan. Thank you very much. Engine slots are now all used up for the next 20 months, but I'm going to sign this one off. It is going to be beautiful. Alright, prices are changed. The loan is paid off. Well, it hasn't popped up yet. The new engine project is being made for technology purposes. And I think we're good to go to the next year. Let's see. Boop. Yes, that's the loan repayment. And where's the taxman? Nowhere to be seen. But something that I said I would do and still haven't is to reallocate some research. And I think if the familiarity is getting so high with fuel systems and we're actively working on this, we can work on getting the catalytic converters a little bit earlier, right? So some tech to go towards the exhaust system. That +3? +4 is too much? +3 it is? Sounds good. But also our marketing is just way too basic. I think we just need to up this by 1 and actually go into Frenia as well with a +4 here. Yeah, same thing. That will give us a nice boost in potential sales going forward in all the right categories. It is a little bit more costly, but you see that now that we are just using 50% over our limit instead of 100%, the penalties aren't quite as harsh. And with the next tick, we are going to see if this all pans out. Yes, 1 million in profits still. Marketing is now a much more solid slice of it all, maybe even a little bit on the high side. And headquarter is on the low side. That's fine, but we soon do need to expand. Oh, also the economy is now finally actually in an uptrend. You see a higher high? Like this was the high was at 0, and now we make a higher high. So that is pointing me towards a general uptrend coming in the at least in the next like 3 or 4 years in general. It might turn down again. Are those the famous last words? Well, we shall see. Is there any divergence here? No, still not. Let us also consider if we could potentially just upgrade this factory. Refresh the factory by basically going with a tiny 3 months. Okay, we can do that, yes. How long would it take to build a small one? Just 4 months? Right. I think that is something that we do want to do, because we still do have enough logistics points in here that we can pull this off. Total cost, 7 million. We are going to start building some stock, and as soon as they have that stock, maybe we never get there? Maybe we actually never get there. Because currently we have 13 more sales of this thing, which are just not happening due to cancelled reorders. Cancelled reorders. Pre-orders even. You know what? I think this is the sour apple we take now. Let's one more month to see if this actually is going down. No, it's not. Okay. So if the economy keeps in general trending up, then we will never be able to fulfill these orders as is. So this is the size that we need in terms of stock. And I think we might be able to get a little bit from these, as they are just about to fill their orders. Yeah. But why am I doing that? Well, here it goes. We are going to do a refresh also on the other factory, which currently already is a, where do we see it there? A tiny 3, so it doesn't have to have a size upgrade. But what we can do is put the special needs crowd in there, and then we put the main sellers, the convertible and the premium, into the new bigger factory. And I think then it makes sense to have them separated that way, because we have the smaller forever production in the tiny, and then the larger 2 in the larger factory. Also gives us a nice little tooling refresh here. Now we'll see what it does until... Oh, yeah, we just can't keep up. We do have a little bit of reserves there, and soon... There we are here, and now there's no way back. No way to return from here. Well, 16 million in the bank. It is time for a factory revamp. Alright, let's do it. It's scary, but we have to. So, it is our Revamping small, which is going to be a small 1. Core shifts go down, max shifts go down, everything else stays the same. For the item selection, we are going to do the convertible and the premium. Production volume trims. And that is 7.4 million. And it's signed off, and now it is about the tiny. Let's see what we do here. It's a refresh. And we put in... Oh, wait a sec, we gotta... Do we want to renew the tooling? It doesn't cost anything. Only takes 1 month. So yeah, I mean, why not then? Oh, wait a sec. We can also turn down these. And we put the extra flags in here. This one will be quite a bit cheaper and faster. There we have it. No loan, 230k. Just sign off 1 month. And it's done. So this is going to hurt a little. Yeah, okay, well, no more profits. But we are going to get back to producing now. For the for these 2 at least. And the others have to wait. How bad are we looking here? No more stock for those. Pre-orders are coming in. 22 cancelled ones there. Like this. Taxman stays away. Oh man, this really hurts. Ouch. There we're back. And boom. Okay. That is looking a lot fresher than before. I mean, looking at this time frame, 1957 is really damn soon. I think we need to start designing a new car right now, and we are going to design it such that it probably is finishing around 1956 January. And then we can have so it's a prototype, and then we can have a facelift that brings it up to standard of 1956, 1957. And this is when the, at least in Farina, the emissions standards hit. Are we going to achieve the West standards? Well, let's find out. We do have a prototype of an engine that we can put into that car. Because that's also just going to be a prototype, doesn't have to be produced, and all is good, right? Hopefully. We are going to base this car around a premium demographic once again. Basically an updated version of our Ebenhafen. And this new beautiful model, which we have not made yet, so we don't know if it's actually beautiful or not, shall be called the Vinthal. Oh, yes, okay. Car choice. This is going to be a little tricky. So it's a mid-sized coupe and sedan, and, well, this thing there is a coupe. Oh, maybe we don't have a sedan convertible version in this. It looks like it because there are 5 different coupes. Low rider. Nice. So for the options here, we do have significantly more familiarity in this, and HD ladder it is. Longitudinal front, yes. And of course, double wishbone now with 25.6% familiarity. Where are we at? 32! That means we can increase quality from scheiße to not scheiße anymore, which is fantastic. So what do we have in terms of options? We only have one convertible, and that is a coupe. Okay, let's get the body quality and stuff up to par already, right from the start. What are we going to use? Well, easy. We are going to use the prototype. That is also going to give us a pretty good idea of how the emissions are going to look. It is not time for automatics just yet, unfortunately. We still only have one gear choice over there, that's 2 gears. And why isn't it a viable choice? When you only have 2 gears, there are not that many options in terms of where to shift to optimize emissions. So that one is out. Also, this has significant amounts of extra drag for the torque converter. Oh, the wheels on this thing are tiny. 2 shoe! Yay! Beautiful! I can put those on. How much brake force are we going to need? Like 110 or something? Then here, maybe a 275 and 60 something. Pad type, I think we're going to aim for a low-ish standard now that we have both the size and 2-shoe drums. But a little bit of quality certainly doesn't hurt. Same goes for aero, because that is going to save us some emissions. Very, very minor amounts. Oh, this is the base version, so yeah, 5 seats it is. We go for premium. No, not a phonograph, no. This has become really cheap, but reliability is a thing. So we're going for the premium here. And +3 to start us out with. That is pretty good. We do have 2.7 points of tech pool, so a +3 is actually just a +0.3. Recirculating ball and advanced 50s. Hurts in terms of engineering time, but we are going to keep it at the... can we... Should we put it up to 2 already? I think that might be the way to go, because we are engineering it proper now. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Enhance!
What do we see there? Holy shit!
I think we are on the right path, aren't we? Let's go through and real quick tune this one up so that we know that we are not hallucinating things. This is looking very good for this car. The wheels are spot on now, and... Oh, that was a good guess. And we're good already. Let's see if we want to morph this thing a little. More passenger space. There's a top morph here. Oh, we can make it higher. And the only thing missing now is track width. Let's see here. Or the wheel offset, rather. And there we have the base version of the car. The Vinthal is alive. And the stats are already looking pretty good. Especially the one down there. Now we're putting together the luxury sedan. I think I'm going for the 2-door there. Luxury and phonograph. Are we really going to take that? That has an unlock. Oof. I don't know, it's a nasty unlock. And we have no familiarity with it, so no. Let's not do that now. Nicely tuned. This one is going softer. And all good. Next one. A convertible premium would be a perfect choice there. Let's see if we can make that. Of course, with this one, it's a little tricky. Because we only have... Yeah, we do have a van, the Ghostbusters van. But this one is the only thing that we have in terms of convertibles, and that is a coupe. And now it's time for a sporty version. How many variants do we want to make? Do we see anything else that would be good in here? Let's have another look at the bodies. But we clone this one, and first we make the GT version. Okay, so what do we have? The only other thing that would make sense would be a kind of more family premium-ish wagon. I think that could work. Otherwise, it's like a sports car, but that would require us to... would that even work? HD ladder. Perfect for a sports car. Alright, but first, 2-door coupe. Let's make this a little flatter. This is a really streamlined car, isn't it? That thing does look fast. And we do have sports tires now. Let's put them on here. And let's make them great. +5. The brakes have been readjusted for a higher pad type. Oh, this looks like the cooling airflow has not been set to like 60-65 for the other versions of this car. So let me fix this. This is so practical. Let's just go through there. Only one click required. And now we're back to the GT again. Perfect. Of course, we could make a 2-seater of this one as well if we wanted to. Yeah, that will be it. That's our new trim. A 2-seater, but with only premium interior, so it's a proper driver's car. But this one needs to have manual rack and pinion. Ha! There you go. Slight dip in comfort and drivability, of course, but sportiness basically doubling here. Ah, yes. Very nice idea. So we make the GT version a little on the softer side. And then the 2-seater that we're making is going to be a little stiffer. So basically on the drivability line here. So that we have a proper sports car. And we make it a sports vehicle. Manual clone it is. Let's see how sporty this one gets. Oh, well, sport. We're a little ahead of our time. At least in Helvetia, this one doesn't unlock before 1955. And we drag the slider all the way to becoming a little bit more lightweight. This is spot on for the handling characteristics. It's maximized its sportiness, not quite, but there it is. Super drivable and WES 4. And that is with the engine that isn't really optimized yet. Well, although it's kind of close to what it will be. But there is no sports version of that engine yet. So we shall see what that puts out. But anything that is WES 3 or up is fine for now. I've been remaking the tracks, and I think this version that I just built here of automation does have the new tracks in it. So let's see if that works. If we have, yeah, negative slope, just slightly, and we should get some camber here, not in the first corners, but yeah, upslope, yeah, this is the new track, it is. There's a lot more undulation in it than what you had before. This is accurate to what is being modeled in BeamNG, though. Negative camber corner here in the banhammer head. Now towards Casual's carousel. Should be 15 degrees of camber, let's see if it is. There, 15. Yes, perfect. And I mean, this is a crazy good car. Like, look at these stats in 1953. It's going to be superb. And that is with a non-optimized engine. Well, it's more optimized for this. Do the other markets have the sport demographic? They do not. When does it unlock in Farina? It counts as a supercar. That's nice. And I think we can leave it at 5. It's quite ambitious as is. Making the family utility premium trim would be an option, I think, for the next model. Not going to add that during this time. We have 3 different coupes. We have 2 sedans. 1 wagon would be a nice cherry on top, but fat cherry on top. But I think we're fine for now. Car engineering, 60 months. Oh, yes, that's a lot. Body and fixtures, yes, it's because of this one. Because we have so many different car bodies to engineer. Kill Rob! The reliability sucks ass! And you are absolutely right. Why does it suck ass? Huh. Interesting. I didn't think about that. No, I did. Of course. It's the prototype engine with all the sliders pulled down. So this is going to get a better one, no worries. Whew, 3 years for this. Yep. Ending in February of 1956. I think we do want to have a full year though. So there we go. This is 9.7 million in terms of engineering costs. And pretty atrocious sliders, for that matter. But there's the most important thing that I've forgotten. Do you see my red blobs? Oh yes, you do. I'm just spoiling you today. It is brutal. You see this? We have a new color. We have GT red and sporty red now. Ha, this is new heights. So this is looking good. End date 1st of January 1956 gives us a year to make this more workable. We are going to ignore all the warnings. It's accurately pointing out that we produce neither the trims nor the engines. But there is one last thing we need to check. And that is... yes! Yes, indeed. We are very close. No, this is in production. We are 28. 28. That is within reach of getting to 30. And look at the Wes ratings. With this lineup, with this prototype engine, we would be good until 1970. Nice! We're going to wait with signing this one off until the start of the next episode when we have a clear mind and checked out everything again so that we know what we're doing. And don't fuck it up, because we only have this one chance. The emission standards are approaching rapidly. And they are going to smash us. So we don't want that. And this is looking good so far. But we need to be on tight schedule. And with that, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please press that like button because it does help. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.